In a circular motion, you have one acceleration towards the center and one acceleration in the tangential direction. This we call it as AT, and towards center we call it as AN. It is called normal acceleration or radial acceleration. Okay. Now, for finding this radial acceleration, the formula was v square by r. Okay. Now you know that v is equal to r omega. So this becomes r omega whole square by r. So it becomes r omega square. This is another formula. Okay. This is one formula. This is one formula. This is the procedure to find radial acceleration. And here in the radial direction, you cannot use that v is equal to u plus at, s is equal to ut. All those three formula what you have learned, you cannot use in this direction. You can use those formula in the AT direction. In the tangential direction, you can use those formula. Tangential direction, this v is equal to u plus at you can use. Okay. Now how do we find at means? It is dv by dt. Suppose any velocity function is given, you differentiate it with respect to time, you get the at value. So I told you that this is a vector and this is a vector, so this will be the net acceleration. So net acceleration would be, how to find that? So it will be at square plus an square root over. So at square will be dv by dt whole square plus this will be v square by r whole square root over. So this is the formula to find resultant acceleration. And if let us say this is making angle theta, so we can find tan theta is equal to, so you have this vector like this, you can draw this vector here also. So your theta will be equal to tan inverse of, or it will be equal to, this vector is AR divided by AT. This is how you can find the value of theta. So these formulas you have to know. And when we talk about here, you need to understand that we have seen this v is equal to r omega formula. Okay. Now differentiate it again. What you will get? You get dv by dt is equal to, r is a constant, so it is d omega by dt. Okay. Now this term is our linear acceleration. R d omega by dt is angular acceleration. We denote it by alpha. Alpha is equal to angular acceleration. Okay. And what are the units? So the units would be radian per second square. So if you are given the value of alpha, you can find the linear acceleration. So this is one concept. Then you have seen those three formula, v is equal to u plus at, and v square minus u square is equal to 2as, and s is equal to ut plus half at square. These were the three formulas you have learnt in linear motion. In circular motion, the equivalent equations will be, let us say omega 0 was the initial angular speed and omega was the final angular speed. So you can simply write, in the place of v you can write omega, in the place of u you can write omega 0, plus in the place of a you have to write alpha t. Similarly in this equation it will become omega square minus omega naught square is equal to 2. In the place of a you have to write alpha, and because you are talking about angular displacement here, angular displacement will be theta. And the third equation will become, s will become theta is equal to, in the place of u you have to write omega naught, t will remain t only, plus half alpha t square. So these are the equivalent equations. These are called equivalent equations in circular motion. You can use them in rotation also, we will see that later. So these are the basic concepts you are supposed to know. And you differentiate omega with respect to time. If omega function is given, अगर ओमेगा को आप डिफरेंशिएट कर दोगे विद रिस्पेक्ट टू टाइम, यू गेट एंगुलर एक्सेलरेशन. वहाँ पे क्या था, मतलब अगर कोई ऐसा दे दिया है, आपको एक्सेलरेशन कैसे निकालते थे, ए इज इक्वल टू डी वी बाई डी टी. इसी तरह अगर ओमेगा का फंक्शन दिया है, उसको डिफरेंशिएट करोगे, आपको अल्फा का वैल्यू मिल जाएगा. So these are few concepts. We will see some numericals now.